I'm also very lucky that I'm part of the adult program at LDS. I have dyslexia, and so I've been able to I've had so much shame around, one, my mental health, but with my learning differences. And if it wasn't for LDS, I wouldn't be sitting here, actually. So thank you so much. What's happening right now, especially online, is a lot of adults are realizing that they do have ADHD, or just, again, people sharing stories. The great thing about online is the more that we talk, the more we share, the more we say our things or tell our stories, more people have these aha moments of hey, that sounds like me, or you're pulling from other stories and you're like, that's a little bit of me, that's a little bit, or also being like, maybe I should go check this out. As someone who has dyslexia, I was told as a child to kind of this is what you have and your life's just going to be hard. And it wasn't until I was older to realize that no, there's help, there's LDS, there's things that you're not, there doesn't have to be the shame factor. And if you have ADHD or any of these things, your life doesn't have to be this bold or this huge thing. It's people want to help. You're not that different, and you're amazing, and it's okay to ask for help, but also you don't have to be this special person that sits in the corner or doesn't get to do the things because you have ADHD, because you have dyslexia, because you have a learning disability, or anything, or mental health. You can live your life and live it to the fullest. And so I think if, with people on with my content, or just people that watch me, my biggest thing is just try to release that shame factor. And that takes time. That takes a long time. But there is no shame in having any of these things: ADHD, dyslexia, anxiety, depression. If you have it all, there is no shame in that. And that's the big takeaway I could give. I think when we're not talking about things, that's where the shame comes more, because if you look different, if you don't fit into the box, then you're do I just be quiet? What do I do? But if we talk more and we're saying things, then we're oh, okay, you feel it too. I'm not so different. Or okay, we can make this little tribe, or we can be this little group. And there is such a power in numbers. I've seen it, especially online. I know there's some negative things online, but from somebody who came out late in life, I came out because of online, because people shared their stories, and then I shared my stories. And it's just this beautiful waterfall. And I've been able to talk about mental health and shame. And now I have help through LDS with my dyslexia. You're talking to someone who's 34 years old, and I'm just getting help now. And I'm I could have used this a long time ago, but I'm getting the help now, and it's never too late. And that's my biggest thing is shame is you have the power. You have the power to break that down. We can do it together. The more we share, we just take our power back, and then that shame will go. It will go away. I promise you. So if you're somebody that's you're having a bit of shame, have a conversation with somebody. Write it down. It doesn't matter. I promise you, each day you will get your power back, and that shame will break down. You're looking at someone who did it, and I still have to work on it every day, but I think the more we have these conversations, the more we share, the more vulnerability, the less people can feel alone. And when we feel alone, the shame goes away.